All right, it looks like everybody's here. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I know we all have very busy schedules. I see some familiar faces. Great to see you. And I see some new faces. Welcome. I hope to meet you in person sometime soon. Um, but I do want to respect our time, so I'm going to just jump right in. For those of you who have not met me yet, my name is Melissa. I was a teacher for 8 years in both public and private school settings before becoming a private contractor, writing bespoke curriculum and launching micro schools for ultra high net worth families. So the pivot into alpha schools really made a lot of sense for me because not only do I believe in the pedagogical value of 2 hour learning, I believe in the value in allowing students to self-actualize and actually be excited to go to school. It's really wonderful and energizing to be a part of this team. So I'm excited to talk with you tonight about it. Um, so I want to start by just framing how this will work tonight. I've had people preload questions in our chat, and so I'll be answering those. Um, okay, so somebody asked, what do we think effective education looks like? That's a great question. I want to start with a truth that you already know from your own industries, right? Time in a chair does not always equal output. In the classrooms I taught in the schools I worked in, only a fraction of a student's day was spent on actual new learning, deep learning. The rest was spent on transitioning or waiting for the rest of the class to catch up or feeling a little bit behind and being too nervous to ask the teacher for help, right? Or knowing that the teacher didn't have the capacity or the bandwidth to help. At Alpha schools, where our model has been tested for years, students spend just 2 hours a day in core academics. It's laser focused, it's mastery based, it's bespoke and powered by adaptive technology to ensure that each and every student is learning at their exact level and being pushed in the exact ways they need to be pushed to grow as quickly as possible, right? And I think most of us know the rest of our school day is spent on projects and leadership challenges and collaborative activities, skill building experiences that are really preparing our kids for real world success. Um, I've sent a data sheet out, but I'm happy to speak more on our academic data and student testimonials, right? But to paraphrase, our students are not just keeping pace, they are accelerating at significantly higher rates than students in traditional school settings, right? The MAP testing shows that, our end of semester data shows that, and the things our graduates do after leaving Alpha schools really show how effective we are, right? Our students go on to attend elite high schools, competitive universities, or they start entrepreneurial ventures all before the age of 18, 19. So it's really, really impressive data that I've seen come out of our schools. Okay. Somebody asked, how can students get everything they need in just 2 hours? It's a great question. And the answer really is that those 2 hours are none of it being wasted, right? Every single minute is intentional. Every skill is tracked to mastery, and no student is going to move on without deeply understanding the material. Okay. So think of it as the educational equivalent of a high intensity workout, right? It's short, it's focused, but it's incredibly effective. Um, and the results are there is more progress in less time, which then frees up the rest of the day for the kind of experiences that make a student's application stand out in a stack of thousands if they're, applying to the most competitive universities. It's really compelling for a student to say, I coded my own app when I was 13 and I found a way to market it and I increased our user count and was able to sell it off by the time I was 15. That's something a student has actually done, right? So the 2 hours is so valuable because of how efficient it is and how effective it is at delivering content. All right. Somebody asked, how far ahead can a student get if they're not limited by that traditional pacing? So that's a great question. And I I might be a little redundant here, but I want to emphasize, with that extra time built into a student's day, our students have been able to launch businesses, they've coded apps, they compete in robotics competitions, they publish books, they lead community initiatives, they filmed their own independent documentaries. And so they're graduating with portfolios that not only demonstrate initiative, but also creativity and leadership, which are exactly the kind of things top tier high schools and universities and employers want to see. Okay. So I know we are at time, and I want to leave you all with this. 2 hour learning is not less school. It's more of what matters and less of what doesn't, right? This is a model built for families who value both measurable academic outcomes and the ability to raise independent, adaptable thinkers who will strive and are striving in a world that rewards innovation and resilience. Um, and I know if you're here tonight, it's because you want your child to have an edge, right? That edge is not going to come from doing more of what everyone else is doing. It's going to come from participating and joining in on what works better. And this model has proven time and time again that it is more effective than a traditional school setting and approach to learning. So I'm so excited to invite you to explore further with me on how this might work for you and your family. Um, I'm happy to meet with you one on one. We can set up an in-person meeting or a virtual meeting if you'd like to learn more. Again, my name's Melissa, and I will be sending out my contact information after our meeting. So thank you again for being here tonight. It's great to see you, and I look forward to connecting again soon. Take care, everyone.